Well, welcome back for the third term of the round 10 clash between Geelong West Cricket and Football Club and North Geelong here at Osborne Park. And at half time, a pretty close game. Yes, the Cheetahs with the lead 5-6-36. They lead North Geelong 4-6-30. Just got off the phone with the league secretary. And Bellpost Hill are 3 goals in front of Bannockburn at half time. And Anarchy are 4.5 goals in front of Eastern Suburbs.
Gee whiz. Well, there you go.
Tipster's nightmare this league, unbelievable.
Well, Bannockburn's have obviously come from behind over 3 or 4 of the games already this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they show up. It was interesting, they played North Geelong last week, and going by the paper, North Geelong pushed them, and it's interesting to hear one of the Bannockburn comments during the week that, we swapped our players around and all that, but obviously it's proven that that's not particularly the case.
So it's the start of the term here at Osborne Park. Pye Hooper with the footy. And it's going to be Haruska in the ruck up against Harris. It goes now to box on the defensive side of the sack. Goes towards Gibbs, who's got the sit at the back. That's Daniel. Takes the mark at half forward. He's going to switch play. Now he goes towards full forward. And Jones, who looks like he's sitting at full forward now. It's had a bounce in the forward pocket. It have something to do with Sydney's wobbly knee, maybe.
Yeah, quite a possibility. I don't know whether he went into the game sort of injured. He's been a pretty quiet game up until now. But he's almost like one of them Peter Materia type guys that can change a game. He can kick 3 or 4 minutes or get a few possessions. They're important.
Box, the first one is on a minute. The third term. To in the score, 5-6-36 piece. Kick around his feet.
Yeah, good snap there by Heath. I know he run down, Stewie had given him a bit of latitude. Stewie had gone down, crossed towards the forward pocket there. Heath had run down to sort of cut Stewie's run out. And, yeah, it's worked for him.
So Haruska's in the ruck, which is a bit of a surprise. I don't think I've ever seen him play in the ruck before. He's only played some junior footy centre-half back at full-back, but he's in the ruck. Mel Keys in the middle with James Cullen, also Corey Lockwood. Andrew Harris in the middle doing the ruck work. Craig's in there also. Haruska gets the knock. Gibbs comes off his half-forward flank. Gets one high as he ducks his head. Gets the right foot to good distance. Leading is Campley. And gets his right foot. He's going to lead Sid Jones to the ball and pick it up. It's another 35-metre kick on the boundary. Stewie Scott against about 3 Magpies. It's now out of bounds. A throw in. So he did leg.
Yeah, he gained 40 metres by the time he punched it and kicked it. It was as good as a kick. And he had no one down the ground to do, so that was his best.
Harris, ruck contest. Get hand to the front of the pack. Now it's Craig. Pull it out the back towards Scott. Handball. Going to set a bit of task. Rat is one of them. Box in. Held on too long. By Key. Jason G will take the kick on the side of Osborne Park. Towards half forward. Jan is minus the top Neil. The cheat the on his left foot. Corner's okay. Finds Lloyd handball out top on the wing. The box last scorer. Span board towards centre half forward. Give behind again. In front. Burke's there waiting the ball to come out. Harris can't do so as he's brought up, and it will be a ball up.
Good tear by Young. He was out of position impact there. Still got a hand to the ball at front.
Bruce got big thump away towards Gibbs, holding the ball, and it can't be there. It's going to collect the wee at half back. So it's 5-6 apiece. Geelong early goal on this term.
Well, if Geelong West is smart, if Geelong's smart, I'd go Tonga Neil all the time with the like there, the little throw on him, and that's an ordinary kick by Williams.
It's okay to Scott. He put under the hammer, get the handball away effectively, but the Cheetahs have got the numbers. Williams, that's a better for vision. It's Ferris breaks the tackle, gets away. Could be the reply here. 3 goals. Good kick, Mark Guthrie. And quick life shots. There.
Yeah, good work there. They used their best options each time with the ball possession that they had. And ended up Mark Guthrie back by himself and had time just to kick the goal.
So to a goal of difference, West Cricket and Footy Club 6:42, North Geelong 6:36. They've been playing 3.5 minutes in this third term.
Yeah, well, the game already is up a little bit, even though we've only been playing them a few minutes. Just the way the ball movement's been in the first half, a bit of congestion, and both sides never run the ball all that well. So it's opened up a bit here, the goal being free flowing.
Well, Haruska was winning the ruck contest, so Savanka's gone in there now to replace Harris. A bit more of a leap on Savanka as he comes back on the ground from having that little rest, him and Stephen Simpson. So he's to the ruck against Haruska. They both go up. This time, Savanka with a big thump. Priddle off the feet before he get his kick away. Got a bit of time now. King goes with the right. Gibbs behind again. Burke in front. And take the mark. Hold on to.
Stupid free kick by young Gibbs.
I think he should in front forward. I know he's going to probably play with the wind a bit and hopefully gets over his opponent's head. On the last couple of occasions, it hasn't. Burke goes short. Williams.
Look at Harry. He's on a bloke 4-0.
Well, Williams goes to half forward and Guthrie. Good kick too, and just being able to take the mark in front of there, Guthrie.
Could have been very dangerous. He was 1-3 Guth.
Stewie Scott goes up, takes the mark against Nickel. It's half forward. Play on Crichton, gets the kick wide towards Craig and cut him to Jani. Ratji at the fall of the pack. Could have gone to Harris and maybe should have in the end. Was standing about 25 metres out from goal directly in front, but he elected to go for goal and has missed everything.
Yeah, Jace Crichton, he probably didn't do enough for the kick there. He put it in the air, which gives the back the sit on Scragg. Scragg initially by himself. Put the sit on him and then the ball's come to ground.
Coming now, dodges around Denning, runs away. Kicks straight up the ground towards Malcolm Key. Easiest way home at Osborne Park. Handball to Nickel. And he's got Gibbs wide. He elects though to go back inboard. Handball to Malcolm Key. Runs away. Goes on that favoured left boot. Goes long. Money over the back. Could have the sit here. And it just didn't fall for him. Gibbs though has. And he runs in and misses. Does he? Or is he gold? Wait for the goal umpire. He's put it through. Roving off the back of the pack. Jamie Money and also Gibbs.
Yeah, it was good. He just smart for that error that he made a minute ago. That silly free kick. And... yeah, Malcolm Key there just keeps notching kicks. He seems to get that 10 metres by himself consistently.
So, Dan Gibbs' first goal. And it's all tied up again. 6-4-2 apiece. North Geelong and Geelong West. Back in the Savanka against Haruska. Up early this time down to William. Tap, nearly chopped off by Stewie Marnie. Russell Scott's there also. Rides the bump. And picked the footy up though. Corey Lockwood can. He's ripped off the footy by Harris, who runs right to the brick wall. And it will be up. Still in the middle of Osborne Park. Savanka and Haruska. Savanka up. Big thump away. There's nobody there for the chest. Priddle gets back and handball it to Jani. It's a kick around the corner towards settings. Stewie Marnie to make a room. And so it's out of bounds.
An extra little bit of pressure there. It come out of the back line to Jani from Frankie Anelli. Made him push the kick wide. Good pressure.
So it's a boundary throw in. Haruska goes up, punches it down. Dot. That's Stewie. Pushes on towards Williams. Lockwood also. Stewie Marnie, little right foot kick. Gibbs lead right foot on this occasion. Would it try to keep it in for Marnie? Can do so. And it's going to be a throw. So Haruska and Savanka to do it again. Thrown in. Key from behind. Well, punches it down to the front. Lockwood and Pipe holders there with a bit of time. Lead on from Taylor. Goes further afield though. Cantley leads good. Pick up on the lead a ladder. Something out wide. Don't know what. It must have been a seagull because he doesn't kill anybody. And then looking up, and Simpson, who's back on the ground, leading the race for the footy. Simpson does well, puts his body on the line. Handball, come back towards Nickel, outside 50. It's him okay, gets around a couple, loses the footy, tries to get away to back towards Simpson now. No bit of time around the corner, kicks it towards centre wing. It's going to be pushing the back freak.
You can't afford to have a bloke that's loose in her back, which is actually Justin there to kick across the ground when there's no one there. He could have straight up corridor.
Williams out. Beats box to the ball. Runs away. Takes a bounce. Takes a second. Then the vision. Near to Anelli. But a hand on it by Tab. Okay. Gives the ground. Been watching too much of the World Cup, I think. Marnie back there in support. Goes long towards Stewie Marnie. And also Ladder coming. That's a foot to it. Tacks the footy, got Russell in support, leaves it behind that. Dewey Marnie, the Lockwood pick up, handball over the top. Gibbs are away now. Needs to set something up. He's got Jones coming in. He handballs though. Going to set Naylor up. Scott comes at him. He loses the footy. Scott tried to get it out. Got it back. Handball quickly to Marnie. Got into it off the ground. Intelligent play. Didn't quite get enough on the kick though. Craig hand quickly to Harris. Leaves it behind Lockwood. Picks it up. Needs to be running past. It's Priddle. He gets it to handball. Quickly to Gibbs. It should be managed. Well, it is now. It's going to come back. And we put
There's a couple of complaints. Two, one of it's just too west.
tonight, 2 west.
That right?
Okay. Oh, well, you turn it off. Better turn it off then. Comes towards,
Wrong.
towards Jones. Jones out. And also coming at Craig. Handball at the top. Coming back towards Kim. Handball. The Cheetahs with the numbers here. If it sits from Neil. And on the outside is Craig. Away and takes a bounce, then loses the footy. Polder comes across, gets out of bounds on centre wing, and it will be a cheerio to Mum.
That's an interesting call, that, because we're up at Werribee and Post Hill with one eye day. None of us follow either of them, so I don't know what's going on. So
Werribee won by 10 goals.
We'll only throw our comments around. We think's good.
Savanka gets a big fist away. Williams surrounded by Pies, and one at Bock gets his kick board towards Naylor, but allowed to stand ground, takes the mark and plays on quickly, runs it from Jimmy Naylor, goes to the left boot towards centre, up there, taking it, the ball was Polder, out towards Simpson. Gus has lost the plot because the Cheetahs have, I think he's not happy with the way they're playing at the moment. So it's going to be a ball up.
I just can't believe that twice in a row Justin's gone out to a group. Wessel Scott was running clear through the corridor. He was still going to be on left foot, which would suit him. And he's kicked to congestion on the other side.
Well, Marnie's chopped it off. Jamie goes back towards Key. He did well, but couldn't second effort there. And numbers were with the Cheetahs. Guthrie getting ripped off the ball by Box. Good pressure, and it's out of bounce on the full.
Real good pressure there.
And it's going to be a Magpies free kick on the outer side. Matty Polder the close to take it. It's 6:42 apiece. And we're playing 12.5 minutes in this third term. Polder now on centre wing on the outer side. Naylor gives him a lead. Polder ignores that. He goes now towards centre forward, gives it everything he got, puts it high. In front, Harris. Back of the pack now, Gibbs and Stewie Scott. Stewie Scott ripped off the footy by Lockwood, who's on his hands and knees and gets to the Gibbs, running past Stewie Marnie. He's on right. All he has to kick it into the goal. Naylor's there, he makes the mark. And just a little thought there probably from Jimmy to play on, but he decides to go and have a set shot for goal. No more than 10 metres.
Well, this one I not for the blokes in the room, but if they have a look on the TV replay there, they'll see Stewie Scott's head nearly ripped off. And because the umpire hasn't paid a free kick, now they've set up a goal. So that's one odd. If it is, I don't know. But anyway, that's the situation.
That was Gus Primer there saying that. Naylor comes in and kicks the goal.
Quite happy to stick with me comments because I'd say the same thing if it was back the other way.
Nailed it.
It's North Geelong who reclaim the lead. They're 7-6-48 now. Lead Geelong West 6-6-42. 13.5 minutes into this term. And it's six points the difference. Brett, stop trying to be funny because you're just not. It's not funny. It's not funny. He's an idiot. God. We got rid of Ronnie.
I don't know whether
we got rid of Ronnie.
I don't know whether we speak much sense about Brett, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you haven't got a microphone.
Heaven help us. Well, it's a goal the difference. The Magpies back in front. Haruska and Savanka.
I think the side that's going to win this game is the 4 or 5 players are playing well for both sides. I think the 4 or 5 beyond them, from 5 to 10 or 11, them guys that are going to stand the better out of each side. That's the side that's going to win the game.
Nickel goes towards Nup, just pushed out of the road there by who takes the mark. Played quickly, goes with left foot towards half back. Stewie Scott, a foot race. Going out there with Owens. And it's out of bounds now for a throw in.
There's that situation again. Stewie was 1 on 3.
So throw in. Harris over there doing the ruck work for the Cheetahs. Haruska comes over behind. Harris tries to take it out of the ruck contest. Marnie, handball, partly smothered. And now it's bottled up. The umpire will come in and bounce.
I think it's obvious this quarter, Jason, the North Geelong are actually using the ball more better. They're positive with the ball and their disposals are better towards the right option. And it's shown on the scoreboard at the...
Well, Haruska got that ruck contest, but he needs some support at the fall of the ball. It's not forthcoming on that occasion because it's getting another ball up. Half forward for the Magpies on the outer side. Bit of a pack around the ball as umpire Hooper throws it up. Savanka gets a big down towards the wing. Pop stands in the tack, gets handball away. Close to the boundary. Be kept in by Simpson. Be another boundary throw in. 7-6 playing 6. Thrown in. Haruska and Savanka. Haruska in, making good position. Williams drops the footy. And will throw. Yep. And it should be a free kick to the Magpies. This
tried to break through.
And Jamie Marnie not getting up glee. So might be really late. It might be Haruska's. Yes. Just meshes apart towards Cummings and Marnie. And okay, Stewie sits and waits for it. Handballs it off to Owens. Gets away. Left foot. Good kick for well into the teeth of the goal. Lockwood back of the pack. And it has been touched for one behind. So it's 7-7, 49 North Geelong. And Geelong West 6-6, 42. Well, it's going to be a kick in. Cam Higley from fullback goes to the outer side. Puts it up in the wind looking for Harris. Big pack there over the back of that pack. And it's out of bounds just outside 50. So it's going to be Harris and Haruska as the footy comes back into the playing arena. If I'm calling Harris, Haruska, Harris at behind, can take it out of the ruck again, but then doesn't get it to anybody except Jamie Marnie. Goes towards Jones and Tucci. One of them, Savanka, getting back there and through for another behind. To the Magpies, so there's 7-8, 50. And Geelong West 6-42, it's 8 points of difference. Cam Higley will do it all again from fullback for the Cheetahs. Gets a couple of short leads. Crichton, also Wilkie. But he's looking for something a bit longer, I would think, maybe with Harris. He goes there again in that direction. He's got 3 Magpies against him. One of them's Naylor. Take the mark, handball over the back. It's going to be okay for the Magpies. Tajani, kick around the corner towards Stewie Marnie. Kick off the ground by Wilkie, partly smothered. It's just a bit of soccer here at the moment. That is soft.
That is a soft free kick.
That's a soft free kick, and it's been mucked up there by the coach because he handballed it off, and it got partly smothered, and that was a bit of a soft free kick to the coach there.
Oh, certainly. And and it's well, he can't do much about it. Pay him, I suppose. But the thing was, and it justified it when he went to handball.
Well, the ball comes out to Brighton. Torpedo punt out towards Polder. Made up a bit of ground there and did well to control it. He can kick it back in towards Tajani and also Haruska. Haruska, get around, does well. Hands his ground and get the right boot towards the leader Jones. Kegley's there also. And just happy to see it over the boundary line in the forward pocket.
It's just a dull spot at the game at the moment. As we spoke in the first few minutes, it was free flowing. We see now that North Geelong's got a wall up across centre half back. Geelong are pushing all their players back towards the back line. When they're coming out, they've got no one to kick to. And when North Geelong kicking back in, there's heaps of Geelong West blokes in there. So just a bit of a stalemate. Was a bit of a stalemate.
Well, it was Simpson with a quick snap.
Yep, still is. Yep. So
it's 7-9, 51. That's
I know a lot of times they say Penny Graham not kicking long out from full back. A lot of people ask the question, he's the best kick in the league and he can kick this distance and all that. But if you can kick 25 to a non-contest and then another 50 from another bloke to a contest further down the ground, it's still in the same context. But I think West should be trying to do that, kicking out with the Bruce, against the Bruce.
Well, Williams kicks in looking for Rathje and Stewie Scott. Owens comes up. Mark Stewie Scott under pressure from Owens. Takes it. Williams runs past. Scott, though, elects to go further afield. Now he goes to Williams, who continues to run close to the boundary line, takes them up. Savanka gives him a lead. He'll to go short towards Craig, but Savanka's nearly pushed himself to the boundary line now, so he's probably maybe out of that contest. He goes now towards Stewie Scott. That's dangerous. And it has been chopped off by King. Gets it to Stewie Marnie. Onto a favoured left boot. Goes high towards Jones and Cam Higley. Cam Higley, big thump away from behind. And it's out of bounds for a throw-in between the half-forward flank and the forward pocket for the Magpies.
I think that's where both sides are struggling today. They have the bloke that's going to take that big mark, from the long kick, the dominant ruckman, I think that's probably where North Geelong miss Ray. He gets his hands up there and he's hard to get up and knock it away from him.
Naylor, Jones from behind, handball quickly to Priddle. Oh, good kick out of the pack. Oh, good kick. Rory Priddle being held onto and slumped, but got the kick away and kicked the goal.
He could work there all round by North. See Sid, one step and a handball to a close, and he's had time to step and kick the goal. As you said, he was being hung on to at the same time, so he's finished it off pretty well.
So 2 goals to Rory Priddle. That's the 8th for North Geelong. They're 8-9-57. They led Geelong West 6-6-42, and they've kicked 2 goals 3 after Geelong West kicked their opening goal of the quarter. And we've been playing 20 minutes in this third term, so 15 points the difference in favour of the Magpies. We see back on the ground and straight into the middle for Jason Crichton, who's off the ground. Savanka up, gets it down towards Williams again, but chopped off by Key. Just a little deft touch there. It was okay. Owens grabs it, kicks it long. 3-on-3 here. Jones from behind takes the mark on the chest. Sydney, and should be able to shoot up for goal here. Just experience there. Just read it a little bit better. And Jones.
Good work out of the centre there. They've won the 3. Leroy Vanker's won the knocks, but North Geelong have taken it away the last 3 times out of the centre.
Jones. And he's kicked it.
Yep.
Good kick by Darryl Jones.
Comes back to what we spoke about 10 minutes ago. Go to the forward line that he can do something to change the game. Like his handball took the ball out of the ruck the last, as we just spoke, give it to Rory Priddle, and he's just taken the mark and kicked that one himself. And they're the sort of things that he can do.
So North Geelong go to 9-9-63. They lead Geelong West 6-42, and it's 21 points of difference. And it would be close to the biggest lead of the day, I would think. 21 points. And 23 points it was in the second quarter, so close to it. Straight through Polder, rides the bump, gets the handball away. More Shepherds for Stewie Scott. He tries to get it out to brother Russell. Owens quickly away and holding the ball against Tajani. We'll go back to Williams on centre wing.
Interesting to notice the strategy there. Long West changed both William and Russell Scott and Jason Rathke, and all of a sudden they've changed sides, and the knock. Leroy Savanka changed the knock. So as they're changing, Heath Bock was standing out there by himself, and they've gone to his side.
Well, Wigmore in front does well. Good second effort there. Went up mark, then got the ball on the ground. Goes long, punch away. Good by Priddle. Good display. Handball back, misses Craig. Wigmore's there though, just on the ground. Goes with a tumbling punt. And it's okay because it's fallen into the arms.
Dress to see Wigmore there. He's had 3 possessions. 3 possessions in a minute. He went off initially with blurred vision. And he's had the touch 3 times there.
So Travis Burke for a goal. Only about 20 metres out. 45-degree angle comes in and kicks it over the head of the umpire. And Ken Denning for a goal. His first and the 7th. For Geelong West, they're 7-6-48. And North Geelong 9-9-63, back to 15 points of difference.
This, what time span are we up to?
We've been
23
playing,
minutes?
Yep, 3 minutes.
Yeah, this last couple of minutes can be crucial. Either if North Geelong get a goal, they're probably going to be looking good in the last quarter. If West get a goal, it's going to sort of even things with that wind, but the wind's liable to stop change at this time of day, swing itself around. It's very, very important this last couple of minutes of this quarter.
So back in the middle, Savanka and Haruska. Savanka up, big thump away, over his head, Polder, thumps it back to the middle, coming, handball, was going to Key, but then he got chopped off by more. Williams through, breaks a couple of tackles, then gets on the left foot, goes towards Neil and Ratchie coming out to Jani. We'll have to do something here for the Magpies, does well too to hold it up. Neil slaps it on, Nickel comes across, Williams drags him off the footy, close down to the line again, and it is out. We'll be about
Andrew
to
Williams wrong, and then he had Jace Ray running clear on his left foot, and he's kicked a tongue and Neil out in front. I was about to hit the mark, it's all right, but you know, Jace was squared up, looking right down at the goals, and the bloke's running at him.
Thrown in. Harris with the left fist goes towards only coming. Handball to box. Can hand over the top to Marnie or a short little kick. Okay. Stewie May takes it. Oh, Skrilla come back a couple there. He does now, but Marnie plays on quick. Good kick towards Key. Takes it the second attempt. Oh, handball. Danger, but it's okay because it went to Naylor and then went on to Jamie Marnie. Get up. Yes, he can. He does well. Gets his right fist to it. Right foot to it over the head of Jones and Cam Pigley, but touched through. Just hit the hand of Cam Pigley as it went through. One behind.
Well, that's where Geelong West beat there, Jason. You see that North Geelong are running their blokes up the ground, and then they just kick it long, so because they're a bit quicker than West, and let the short and quicker blokes run into the holes and just take the ball off the ground. And I think that's where they're actually falling down.
So it's 9-10-64, the Magpies. The Cheetahs 7-48, 16 points of difference. Again, Cam Pigley wide towards Ladder, and Naylor comes off hand, and it's out of bounds.
So that's good tactics by Arthur.
And will be a throw in now. Harris up there with Ladder and Husker. So it's 2-on-1. Falls the side of the pack. Ladder quick handballs. And the Geelong beckons once again for another throw. So 16 points of difference. Close to the time for the full change here at Osborne Park. Harris, double fitter. Coming. Craig. Side hand quickly towards Dino. Pushed in the back, was he? Yes, says the umpire.
Probably a bit trivial as he played. I suppose, it probably was still there in the end. It was a little bit trivial. He sort of jumped as he the push.
Okay, now he goes to centre wing and Harris. Can't take Grove by the front of the pack. Handball over the top, so he finds Scott. Handball back inside to brother Stewart. He goes towards the forward. Great vision. Finds Frank and a bit of a run on here for the leaders. Goes on Denning and Gibbs 1-on-1. Denning works to the front, does well. He had some support. Gus is there. Gibbs was able to punch it away. Couldn't do so when Denning took the mark. Pretty tough shot goal though. On the boundary line, he's kicked 2 goals this afternoon.
Good vision by Scott there. He centred the ball to Frank, who was in the corridor, so it was set up rather than towards the boundary to mark up, who was by himself again.
And Denning comes in from 25 metres, and I think he might have missed. He has, for one behind.
Could have been that goal that I was talking about a couple of minutes ago with each side, if West got one or North Geelong, and Port play going into the last quarter.
We see Haruska coming off, Messick coming on. He's done a good job in the ruck since being on in the ruck. Brendan Haruska, Messick to come on.
Yeah, he has done a good job, the young fella, and tested well and got his hand to the ball a few times.
Now it's Gibbs from back. Comes to the commentary box towards Roy Nickel, who also do a stand his ground and take the mark, does he? Yes, says umpire Hooper. And plays on. No, it's okay. Got Messick and he's got Tab in support. He quick and he's dropped the. There's no talk there. No talk, and Rath ran him down.
Good half forward. There is he gone?
He's gone to centre half forward, and Scott makes a good mark under pressure.
Great challenge there by run and chase Rathke. I still maintain he's probably the quickest bloke in the league. He's the guy when the batter running out the forward line. That job he's got to do. He's got to run and chase.
Well, Russell Scott took the good, strong mark, and then picked out Trav Burke, who at 10 metres closer to goal. He'll line up for goal number 2 and goal number 8 for Cheetahs.
And if the Cheetahs are going to be in the game at the last quarter, I think this has really got to be a goal to keep them in the game.
So Travis Burke comes in, 25 metres out, and I think he might have missed. He has, for one behind. So 1 goal 1.
Bad kicking is Burke, old adage, and that's just starting to take place now in the last couple of minutes there.
7-8 fifth, Geelong, North Geelong 9-10-64, 14 points difference.
In retrospect, what he's done there is he's rewarded Jace Rathke for the run down the tackle, and basically that's what it boils down to. A few blokes out by himself, kick along.
Savanka just making up a bit of ground there to beat Nickel. He wants something else. David Gibbs goes to the outside, better kick too, distance, and for Axie, finds the holder. Frankie Anelli make up the ground. It was a good kick from fullback to Bruce, used it wisely. Polder now, half back.
Yeah, West have pushed out wide. They didn't want to get him to bring it back through the corridor.
Kicks it high towards centre wing. Owens comes up to a contest. The Cheetah was at the back of the pack. Picked up by Guthrie. Kick around the corner, nearly chopped by Sim, but okay for the Chiefs. Wiki measures a pass around the boundary line to Burke. All right. Handball to a standing start. Alan Craig set out to Harris. The big man has to bend over and put up. So got some support there also from Justin Ladder. Still in play, is it? Yes, it is. No, now Priddle couldn't keep it in. It will be a throw-in.
The West Blokes there, they seem to put themselves under pressure. They had a clear position in their hand with someone under pressure. And it was good run of North Geelong to be there.
Savanka on the side, big thumb weight, looking for Sunners for the Chiz. One back there is for North Geelong. He dropped the football to Pyer Hooper. And it will be
a bit of a doubtful one. He sort of looked at Russ and sort of tried to turn away from him. Whether he had a better opportunity to get rid of the footy, not another thing.
Russell's into a bit of pack. And the umpire, has he paid a mark? Yes, he has. And it's Frank Nelly who's claimed it.
I think it was a free kick.
Was it a free kick?
Yeah, Young took the mark. There's a bit of pushing and shoving on in there. Could have went either way. I see Harrow got pushed at, but he was trying to muscle his way in to get position as well. So I think he called that even, Stephen, but I don't know what happened with this one.
Well, who has kicked 1-1 this afternoon. And the bright sunshine here has put it to the teeth of goal. Oh, Nick Ratty up, and Ratchy's taken it. Well, they helped each other up there, I think.
Yeah, I think they might have. It's wax. And just give each other the old school lunch and kicking days. And
well, he might reward himself here, Ratty.
Yeah, he might have to
not
do it
rely on
himself.
anybody else.
Yep. Have a look at it there on replay. He's got a fair way up, but people in the car unfortunately can't see it. He's got a fair way up, and it's a reasonable jump like that chest mark.
Well, he comes in and he kicks the goal. He's first. And the 8th for Geelong West, 8-8-56. And they trail North Geelong 9-10-64. So after that sustained period by the Magpies, when they kicked 3 goals for the last couple of goals have been to the Cheetahs. And to make the margin only 8 points out. Close to siren time for 3/4 time.
Yeah, we're nearly going 32 minutes, so although there's been a few goals for the quarter, might be a bit of time on.
So back in the centre, Vanka up against Messick, who's back on the ground. Pye throws it up. Savanka with thump straight though. Peak in front. That's where have to be held on to. Free gets a kick away, but too late. James Naylor, and it's 3/4 time. And at 3/4 time is North Geelong 9-10-64. They lead Geelong West 8-8-56 in that quarter. North Geelong kicked 5 goals for. Geelong West kicked 3 goals 2. So it's 8 points of difference at 3/4 time. The goal kickers for Geelong, 2 each. Rob Messick and Rory singles to Matthew Poll, Darryl Jones, James Naylor, Daniel Gibbs and Heath Box. While Geelong West, 2 goals apiece to Ken Denning and Stuart Scott. Singles to Mark Guthrie, Jason Ratchie, Frank Iannelli and Trap Burke. Well, it's set for a final quarter. Flurry from both sides. 8 points of difference. The Cheetahs with a bit of a breeze advantage. We'll see how both sides go. In the final quarter, it's the Magpies 9-64, Geelong West 8-8-56.